So today is 9/16/2021. So let's go over the trades that we did yesterday and today. I have Amazon butterfly, right? I took an Amazon butterfly. What is an Amazon call butterfly? I will explain. Okay, so let's look at this first of all. Okay, this is what Amazon did. Amazon is in a downtrend line, right? It tried to fill the gap in first go. Of course it couldn't. Okay, it went there, came back down, then again tried to break up and try to fill the gap again, the whole gap. But this is the 61.8 retracement. It went there, fall back, and now it tested the 50-day. It has tested all the resistances. Now it tested all the supports, and now it's trying to go back up. But with the market the way it has been, I was like, okay, I don't want to risk a lot, so I did a call butterfly. Okay, and it's going to be at a 34.90ish kind of pin. That is where I'm looking at. So a call butterfly, actually, if you analyze it over here, okay, looks like this. What does that mean? Okay, so I will turn on the pen and we will go over it. So it is something like this. Okay, I have a 34.70, 34.85 call debit spread. Okay, and I have 34.85, 3,500 call credit spread. So when I'm doing a debit spread, what am I saying? That okay, I am willing to buy this call and I'm willing to sell this call. So the difference is $15. If it goes above 34.85, I will make $15, which is the width of the spread. Okay, that is what I'm going to make. When you do a call credit spread, you are shorting this, which means you're saying I'm willing to sell this and I'm willing to buy this, right? So when I'm willing to sell this and then I'm buying it at higher price, that means I'm losing $15. Okay, if it goes beyond 3,500, then I'm losing, because I will have to sell it at 34.85, but I will be buying at 3,500. So I would be losing $15. Here I can make $15. Here I can lose $15. Okay, now when you merge the two, okay, when you do a debit spread, this is how the risk profile looks like. Okay, so from here, this is your 34.70, and it caps out at 34.85. how much ever further it goes, even if it goes to 3,700, 4,000, doesn't matter. Your gains is just the width. After that it caps out, because you are selling here, you're promising to sell here. Okay, when you do a credit spread, okay, this is what it is. So this is the max profit that you can make, which is the credit that you received. Once it crosses 34.85, you start losing money, and it becomes, you have max loss when it goes beyond 3,500. Okay, so you lost the entire width. Now when you combine it, it becomes like this. Okay, but this is my 34.85, right, of the short, and this is also 34.85. they are both the same, so it actually becomes like this triangle that it shows up here. Okay, so I am looking at a pin at 34.85 or so. So if it pins here tomorrow on expiration at 34.85, I will make $15 over here, but this $15 will become zero. Okay, because it did not close over here. So because when it expires worthless, this becomes zero, this becomes zero. Okay, so I will make the $15, but I won't lose the $15. So that is the way I'm looking at it. Now I paid only $1.20 for it, so I'm looking at it. If it goes above, if Amazon closes above 34.71.20, okay, and is below 34.98.80, I will make money. But the closer it is to 34.85, I can, if it is pinning at 34.85, I'm going to make $15 on it. Okay, so that is a butterfly trade that I did. Then now let's see what else did we have. Okay, Then I closed my Airbnb today. Okay, Airbnb was going higher. I had a 167.50 calls for next week. I thought it would come here, but it did not. It closed over here. It came here and it started falling apart. Not falling apart, I can say it started having a pullback. And with the market conditions, I'm like, I'll just take my profits. So that's where I closed it. I closed Airbnb. Then we took Snap yesterday. Now Snap has actually been pretty painful for me. 2-3 times I've had a loss. Okay, over here when it tried to break out of this resistance, I had taken a long, but then it didn't break out. The next day it fell apart and I had to get stopped out, and it was a loss. Then when this day when it broke down, I took a put and then again got stopped out. And then so today I have taken, yesterday I took a long. Right now it's just an inside day. As long as it is above the 71.20 area, I'm holding on to it and I'll see what happens. Okay, then we had TXN. Okay, TXN, this entire, while all the chips have been running, TXN has just been consolidating all through this area from almost May through August, and now it's September. So I'm like, while AMD and Nvidia take a rest, this can go on. Plus it is breaking out. So that is the reason I have a TXN call. Semis are the strongest group of all the sectors, so I still have that. Then I have SPXS, which is an inverse. Okay, this is an inverse, 3x inverse of the market. And so I'm like, the way, this is my thinking. Okay, my thinking is that till tomorrow morning we'll just keep going up and down with no resolution. Tomorrow afternoon, once the OPEX, all the puts that people had bought are expired, that is when after tomorrow afternoon or so I'm looking for a sell-off, and Monday gap down. This is what I am thinking, and hence I have taken this as an inverse play. I have $23 calls for next week. Then I got an alert for GME. Okay, now this is what it looks like. This is the day that it popped with volume. Then this was the fib retracement. So that's where it found resistance, came back down, tested, and now it's again curling back up. Okay, so I had like just over this an alert over here at around 2:15, and that's when the alert fired, so I just took it. I have a stop. I bought it at 285. I have a 260 calls for next week, which I bought for 285. I have a stop at 210. If it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. But the correlation that the algos have been programmed for is, if the market is falling, AMC and GME probably are going to go higher. So that is what I'm looking at. So this becomes one of my hedge. SPXS is my hedge. And then, okay, those are my short term. Then I have QQQ, put butterfly for November. I have Honeywell and IWF. Those puts are also November. So I have couple hedges for long term. I have 2 short term hedges, and then now I have Amazon long. I have Etsy long. Okay, so Etsy, if you look at it, okay, this is where there was so much congestion. So that's where it is going to find some resistance. That's what it did after it broke out of the downtrend line. Okay, it found resistance here, tried to digest, and came back down to test its 21 EMA, and now it's trying to break out. If it can close above this 225 tomorrow, then I'm looking at it as a breakout and can go and test this 240 area. Okay, and so I have an October 230 calls. That is what I have. Then FANG is what we did yesterday. This is an energy play. It's an inverse head and shoulders that broke out and yesterday. So I have a January call and a December call. So I'm looking at it, this is right now an inside day, so I have some loss because it gapped down and it is still an inside day. It has not broken down, so this is where at around $76, $76, if it holds, it's fine for up. So that is where I would put my stop. Then Snap I talked about, Amazon I talked about GME. Then I have Zillow is where I am bottom fishing. I have made some money and lost some money in this. Okay, when this was the 61.8 retracement support that it came on to over here and gave a hammer, that's when I sold puts. Okay, I sold 85 puts over here and I made some money. Then it went up, and then I tried to buy over here. I'm like, okay, this maybe double bottom doesn't happen, so I tried to buy here and I lost some money. Then over here looking at this, okay, this is a double bottom again, double triple bottom, whatever you say, and then now it has undercut that and it is trying to regain that. So I am bottom fishing it with definitely an October call, and I have taken a leap 110 calls, which is January 2022, 110 calls. So that is there. TXN, everything that I had to talk about in terms of the trades that I have taken. Yeah, Carvana. Okay, this is another one that I have taken. This, it has been slowly. It came down to 38.2 retracement. Okay, and then it has been under the 50-day EMA, slowly consolidating here with small candles. Okay, now the RSI, everything is looking up. It is about to break out, so that's the reason I have taken the calls. The main reason, okay, with market being so choppy and down, it's choppy to down, and Carvana is up 3%. So if it has day 2 tomorrow, it will be here easily at around this 350 area and 349 area. Okay, that's where I'm planning to sell, because here there is some congestion. Unless it explodes, that's fine with me. But yeah, it looks like it can easily get me a day 2 tomorrow or something, and I can get out. So that's what I have done with Carvana. That's all I have for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.